The habit that I do every night to clear my thoughts, clear my mind, to get some clarity, to reflect on my life is of course journaling, reviewing my day, and this is such a great practice. It helps me a lot, to be honest. But the interesting thing is that I only started doing it again about 2 weeks ago. Well, let me tell you my story actually. I started journaling about a year ago, around that, and I loved it when I first got onto it. It was so fun, writing down my thoughts, asking tough questions to myself, writing down what I was feeling, what I was going through, processing those thoughts. It was great, and I noticed that it actually helped me a lot. And then I started falling off of journaling. I started missing them some days, and this summer actually, I don't think that I even journaled a single day. And that's when it really hit me. When I stopped journaling, that's when I realized the importance of it, just how much it actually helps. Because when I stopped doing it, I felt like more lost. I felt like I was just drifting along, like I was not checking in on myself, and I didn't process my thoughts, my emotions fully, and I felt worse, to be honest. And around 2 or 3 weeks ago, I started doing it again, and it's great. I really like it. I just remembered just how good it is and just how much it can help to process those thoughts, process those emotions. It's a great thing. And now, of course, I still miss some days. There are still days where I don't journal, but that's not the point. To be focused on the day, but look at it from the big picture. How many times have you journaled this year? That's a much healthier way to look at it. And the point is, just get back to it. Just always get back to it. So reviewing your day is a great practice. Highly recommend it. And just think about it. What's the point of self-improvement? One of the main things is to do less bad stuff, do more good stuff. But how do you know the bad stuff that you gotta get out and the good stuff that you're doing that you got to do more of if you're not reviewing your day, if you're not examining what you're actually doing throughout your day? Do you understand? How will you know what you got to do more of, what you got to do less of, if you're not actually looking at what you're doing and reviewing it? That's why it helps a lot. And there are also so many reasons why reviewing your day helps. And one of them is it helps you recognize patterns in your behavior and in your thinking. For example, let me just give you an example. I journaled about this, what I do every day, and I realized this pattern that after eating breakfast, that's when I would usually start scrolling on my phone for no reason or watching some random videos. So now I just pick up shit. I pick up my dog's shit instead of scrolling on my phone. But I wouldn't have made this transition if I wouldn't have first noticed this pattern that after I eat my breakfast, I start scrolling on my phone. I didn't realize how much it can help you to notice these kind of patterns, because if you don't examine your actions, if you don't journal about this, you completely miss out on these small unconscious habits that you're doing. Of course, I'm not saying that you won't pick up on these unconscious habits if you're not journaling, but journaling and reviewing your day just makes that process 5 times faster. So how do you actually do it? How do you review your day and journal? Well, here's how I do it. First, I just sit down, I grab my journal, take a pen and start thinking about my day. How was it? Basically, I start listing the things that I did today from the beginning, from the point where I woke up. What did I do? Why did I do that? How did I feel while doing that? Those are the 3 questions that I ask. Sometimes, what was I thinking while I was doing that? And other general questions like these. And so just examine your day, really. I mean, that's it. Write down what you did. Why did you do it? How did you feel while doing it? How could have you done it better? And you can also do some more general questions like, how could I have done this better? What bad habit did I do today? What did I regret doing today? What did I regret not doing today? How am I better today than yesterday? And basically that's it. Review your day and ask yourself some questions. And I actually recommend writing out for yourself a list of these questions that you can go through every day. It's a great thing. And then after this, I usually do some normal journaling, journaling about my thoughts, my feelings, what happened, where do I want to go next, or I just write down some lessons to myself, what I learn, some reminders to myself, what's happening around me. That can also actually help, writing down some reminders, some practices. So I really recommend you to get a journal and start writing. Really, it's great. Start reviewing your day. Start journaling about your thoughts, your feelings, where you want to go. Ask yourself some tough questions. Grapple with some tough questions. Ask yourself, what do you want to work on? Ask yourself, why did I do this? Just go deep. Write to yourself. Because when you look at history, a lot of great people, successful people, had journals and kept a journal. For example, Marcus Aurelius, the Emperor of Rome, kept a journal, and we can read his journal even today. Such a cool thing. And also, it's just fun. I mean, to be honest, having a nice journal, a nice pen, sitting down, having some quiet time in silence, writing to yourself, it just feels good. Like, to be honest, it's just fun. You have your own journal, like you're wondering about things, examining things, thinking about your thoughts, everything. It's fun. Now, here are some advice that I have to journaling and to reviewing your day. First, be brutally honest with yourself. Don't bullshit around with yourself, because you're writing a journal for yourself. You're not writing it for others. So write down whatever messed up desire that you have, whatever messed up thought that you have. Write down the truth. Write down. Be totally honest with yourself. And don't think about, oh, but what if someone will read this? First of all, probably no one will. That's the truth. And even if they do, even if one of your family members or friends do read your journal, that's you. There's nothing to hide about it. That's who you truly are. And that just like gave you an opportunity to deepen your relationship. Because you probably had that to talk about, to really get them to know you, to actually who you are. So don't worry about that. And just be honest with yourself. Don't bullshit yourself. Like, if you wasted your whole day, tell yourself that. Like, write down, yes, I'm addicted to porn. Like, shit, I'm addicted to scrolling. I'm addicted to video games, to caffeine. I did this shit. I was an asshole today. I wasted my whole day today. I was a degenerate today. Be honest with yourself. Now, another thing is question everything. Question every single thought, every belief, every story that you tell yourself, every feeling. When you're journaling, question everything. Ask yourself, why did I do this? What led up to this? Why did I react this way? Could this be false? Is this actually true? Because a lot of the times, our thoughts and our memories are bullshit. Because, to be honest, they are like abstractions. They are almost like illusions, meaning that they are not real representations of reality, our thoughts and our memories. They are just how we think things happen, our memories. And our thoughts are just our brain trying to interpret reality, putting it into language. And most of the time, it's false, it's biased, it's just not true. It's only one side of the story, or a very limited side, looking at a very limited fault and not looking at the whole picture. So most of the time, you gotta realize it. Our thoughts are bullshit, and you can't really trust a lot of your thoughts. A lot of the times, they are not true. And the other thing is that you are not your thoughts. Don't identify yourself with your thoughts. That's where a lot of our suffering comes from. From us being lost in the world of thoughts, in the world of abstractions, and being too identified with our thoughts. But you gotta realize that you are not your thoughts. You're not that. You're much more than that. So question everything that you're writing about. Tell the story in a different way. Think about it. How could I be wrong? How could I be grateful for this? Write down 3 ways you could be grateful for that. Tell the story in a different perspective. That can actually help a lot. Now, another thing that you could do is to journal at the same time every single day, and this is just to make it a habit and make it easier to do it, to get more consistent in journaling. yeah, that's it basically. Do it at the same time, maybe every morning, maybe before you go to sleep. Just pick a time and do it every single day at that time. That can help you to make a habit and to make it stick. Now, another tip that I have is set some kind of actionable step for yourself. This is what I actually want to start implementing. I did it once, but basically, you set out some kind of actionable step that you got to do that per week, that this week, what kind of actionable step that you got to do. For example, I set out for myself that for this week I'm going to quit caffeine because I realized that I was drinking like almost like 2 cups of coffee every single day. And I realized that hold on, I gotta cut it out a little bit. And it actually had a huge change in my life. Like when I did that 1 week not drinking coffee, I realized that just the amount of difference it makes. What a huge difference there is. Like I felt, first of all, calmer. And the energy was about the same. It didn't really change a lot. But I felt it at my chest. Like my heart wasn't pumping that much. I wasn't having that much like anxious thoughts. I was much calmer. Like really, it was very interesting. And now, for example, I only drink coffee when I'm recording videos, and that's it. That's it. And it actually helped a lot. So that's why I want to start doing these weekly actionable steps yet again. For example, you can do something like this week I'm gonna focus on not scrolling. I'm gonna scroll as little as possible, or even just cut it out. Or this week I'm gonna get better sleep. That's what I'm gonna focus on. Or this week I'm gonna focus on my diet. This week I'm gonna focus on this or something like that. That can also help. So get a journal. Start writing, start reflecting on your day because I highly recommend it. It truly helps a lot. It helped me a lot, for example, with dealing with adversity, dealing with stuff that made me sad or uncomfortable, that was scary, or things that I was anxious about. It helped a lot because it's like getting it out from your head. Just getting it out and putting it on paper and getting some distance from it. Let me just show you a great analogy. You can think of your mind as just like jumbled up earphones. And when you journal, this is basically what you're doing. You're untangling that thing. I mean, it's not that perfect, but basically, this is what you're doing. You're untangling it and getting some like clarity in there, getting some order in there, and organizing your thoughts, questioning them. Is this actually true? Not believing every single thought. This is a great analogy, like untying those constant flow of thoughts and not believing every single one of them and taking a step back, reflecting on things, reflecting on your day, reflecting on the future, what you want to do. It's a great practice. Highly recommend it. So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it helped. If you're interested, I'm doing free one-on-one coaching calls. If you have any question, basically, if you have a question, if you want to talk about something, send me an email and we'll talk about it. You can ask that question to me. We'll arrange a video call and we'll talk. So you can send me an email if you want to do that. But thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your presence. All the love towards you. Hope this video helped you. Have a great day and goodbye.